Hello guys, welcome to episode 19, where we will be solving 5 more SQL problems, this time from the company Google right here. So let's get started. Problem number 1. Count the number of speakers for each language. We have to group by per language. Then we have to sort the result based on the number of speakers here descending. We have an aggregation, a count, group by, account, and the sort. Very easy. Let's see. Select from, we're going to copy the table name, paste here. We have to do a count the number of speakers for each language. So usually we want when we have 2 columns, we want a text here, and then here we want the numbers. So we're going to say language. First show the language, and then we're going to see the count. And we want the count of speakers. Now, what's a speaker here? A speaker is, what is a speaker? Looking at the table here, users, probably a user is a speaker in this case. So we're just going to say the users. Count the user ID, number of speakers. I probably they want distinct ones. Group by language here, and we're gonna say this number of speakers. Then we have to order by number of speakers descending, and this should be the solution. Let's check it out. It seems everything is correct. Quick recap: for every language we want to count the different users, and in order to do that, we have to aggregate using group by on language. Then we simply order the languages based on the number of speakers in descending from highest to lowest. Problem number 2. How many users speak English, German, French? Okay, this here is clearly, you should be thinking of a in list. How many? So that's a count right here. How many? That's clearly a count. So you have to do a count for users with this filter right here. Let's make some space here. I'm going to say select from. I'm going to take the table name. We are going to count. First, let's just write the filter here. We're going to say we're language in English, German, French, or Spanish. We're going to count the users, and the user is a user ID right here. So let's see here, count of users. Let's see if this is correct. And it seems to be correct. 157 is the final answer. So quick recap, we are counting all of the users where they speak any of these languages. And we're using in function. This is a list, so it could be or. It's like saying where language equals English, or language equals German, or language equals French, and so on. Problem number 3. Count the number of students lectured by each teacher. We have to group by each teacher and then count the number of students. Then we have to output the result, which is the count, along with the name of the teacher. So this is a basic group by on teacher with the count of number of students. Select from table name here, SAT scores. We're going to say teacher. I think that's how we type it. Yep, we have here teacher. And then we need a number of students, student ID. And we need the number of different count, distinct student ID. We're going to name it number of students. Then we're going to say group by teacher. And that's the solution right here. Solution is correct. Quick recap: for every teacher, show the different number of students. And then, yeah, that's it. Problem number 4, let's see. How many, this sounds like a count, right here. Accounts, many accounts performed a login in the year. This is a filter, year 2016. We have a filter, one filter, year 2016. We have to output a number, the number of accounts. A number of accounts here. Let's figure out accounts and login. What is that? Looking at the table here, we can see that it has logins in it. So every row must be a login. And every row has an account ID, a column. So we need all the different account IDs right here that exist in the dataset, basically. We're going to say select from, this is our table. We're going to say count, distinct, count ID. And now we need to do our filter. Now, if we look at the dataset right here, login date, we can see here on the left, the login date, the type is date time. Here we only actually see the date. So probably that there's also something like this, but it's hidden. But since it's a date time, we can use the year function to extract the year from this. We're going to say 2016. We're going to rename this to different, no, actually just say number of accounts. We're going to check for solution, and it seems to be correct, 73. Another way of writing this, we could say where, and we can use the left function on this login date. And if we look back with the left function, it starts from the character number 1 here, and we would want just the first 4. Right here we have 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be the year in this data set. This is not as safe as using year, but it would work. So we're going to say we want the first 4 because we start from the left. I'm going to say they are 2016. And we're going to run it. And we're going to get an error. My bad, I forgot to comment here the other row. Cannot have really where. Well, if we comment this one, it works. The exactly the same output. I would encourage you to use this one, the year. But this one works as well. So we're going to comment this, uncomment this, and this. I would recommend this solution. Problem number 5 and the last one for today. Very short day again. Find SAT scores of students. Students could be a filter. Whose high school could be a filter. Name do not end. Name does not end with HS. That's 100% a filter. Students in high school, are these filters? Maybe. Probably not in this case. Let's check here. Students, well, all rows contain students. So student is not a filter. Now let's write our select from here. And we need the scores. So probably we have to show all of the rows where high school names. We don't really have here a high school column. We have just school. We're going to use this where school, and we want it to not end. So we're going to say not like, then we're going to check anything before HS. And that would be the solution right here. Everything seems to be correct. So quick recap. We're going to find all of the rows where the school does not have this pattern. And this pattern here, because we have the percentage HS, the percent here means anything before. So it could be anything here. If it ends with HS, we don't want it. That's why we wrote here not. If we remove the not here, we're gonna get HS. You see, all of them have HS. And if we say not, the actual solution here, we're gonna get just St. John's and just St. John's. So that was it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. And if you enjoy these types of problems, I highly encourage you to join the StrataScratch community. Consider using the affiliate link in the description. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.